and I'm lit. On a spacecraft in a new realm, that's it.
Alright, y'all, let's see what Brother Panic is talking about. How y'all doing? Back with another reaction, a cult reaction video or spirituality video. I am Mel. Trying to do something different so y'all see where y'all can go for my sites and my reading. So you should see some shit scrolling down here. It's something new, so we'll see. We'll tweak it if we have to. But let's see. It says Shadow Work 101. How to master your shadow self. Also, y'all, I started my Patreon. And the crazy part is we are going to be talking about shadow work first, okay? Usually, well, I was going to do my lectures as tier 2, but I might do this first one as tier 1. I think the first one is, I think my first tier is like $5, and my second tier is like 15 or something like that. I don't know. I'll put it in a community tab if you would, or in the description if you would like to join that. It's not much, it ain't much gonna sit on it. That'll be the first thing, but I'm gonna start doing like just putting shit out there so y'all can have some type of information. If you have any suggestions or what you want to see on there, you can always put it in the comments. But let's tap in.
The camera start rolling. Yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We here, da, 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 da. We were told in our early tapes, I can't play this, I can't set this out, I can't put this around. Why not? They laughing too much. They seem too happy. That's what niggas told Shabazz about us. They're too happy. So they wanted us to be on tape. The black man, we are in a predicament, nigga. We was like, yo, we ain't in no fucking predicament unless you only have to realize that shit not. Blah, blah, you know, we hitting that, so we laughing, we giggling, we joking. Then no, we need to be mad. So all of this is in that. The mad I'm talking about is you always have the right to be mad and angry, but I started out with so much abuse and so much anger and so much shadows that had to be created for protection that the standard mode of operation is anger in any interaction with others. And it's not necessarily always expressed with them, but in your head, like, fuck this son of a bitch. I hate humans. You know, that becomes an excuse. That's niggas running away. No, let's get into this shit before we get into that. So
I'm sorry if I hear my AC. I'm trying to figure out how I can stop that shit from doing all that.
I went through all of that to show you I've really experienced panic is gone. Panrific is here. You know, it's still panic, it's still brother panic, but there's a big shift. My spirit has shifted within this yuga, and I'm telling y'all how to do it. You gotta confront the dark side. That's what that means. If you ain't doing that, you die, nigga, die.
It's crazy because like the day I was sitting, I had woke up and I was like, hey, you got some more shadow work arising within you that you need to be dealing with. So I can see what he's saying. Like if you don't deal with that, it's gonna hunt you forever. You're gonna always have that little nudge in the back of your head, or that little you know, yeah in the back of your head. But you gotta deal with it. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. If you don't confront it, you don't deal with it, you'll never like succeed in how you want to succeed. You'll never you'll never be as conscious or elevated energetically as you want to be, because you still have this in the back of your head or seep into your subconscious mind what you need to reprogram and shit.
And I can see now I'm gone. Then it started to remind me of something. First and foremost, when me and Bobby were talking about 2 years, he hadn't did a lecture before he was sick. He said he said everything he wanted to say. And his words were, how many times can you talk about my yacht? I said, nah, but niggas. And he said, no, I felt this. He was like, I pretty much feel this is 2 years before any sickness. So, of course, we know the story. He got sick, had a stroke. Y'all human niggas think it's because of diet and, you know, he was always eating something
the
greasy.
Human niggas.
That ain't it. I didn't realize what he was doing. He was bringing himself all the way as far as he could to the edge of death to come back with an answer, and he did. I thought it was some stroke shit, but I didn't hear it. Now, here's a fact. All the what and the when and the where and the who, we got that under control. You can study your way into that reality or that clue that leads you to your conclusion of what your reality is. But truthfully, there's no clear answer on why. It comes down to two concepts. Why is all of this happening? Well, something bad trapped you, put you here. You did something bad. It's punishment. This is a prison. This is a trick. They got your mind, blah, blah, blah. Bad guy, you're here. Or the other side is you came, this is learning, this is a college, this is something you asked to do, you willed it, blah, blah, blah. So it comes down to the why, a whole category of we came here, then you can say 10 things into that. We were put here, 10 things under that. So you could get, if you think we're here by design, then there's plenty of things you can study that reinforce that. If you think like for instance, Gnosticism, that we're here by an evil demiurge or Satan fall or whatever you want to call it, then there's a lot to support that. I didn't realize Bobby came back with a why this is happening. Thought it was a stroke talking. So after he's back and me and him start talking again, nigga, I thought it was curtains, nigga. I thought you was going. Yeah, I thought I was going to, Yeah. Then he started saying, yeah, man, Bobby Hemmett is gone. He said, Bobby Hemmett, the lecturer. That's what he was saying.
Oh, okay.
Bobby Hemmett, the lecturer, he's gone, Panic. He's gone. I didn't realize he was telling me goodbye. I didn't realize it. Yeah? Because this is people you would call, yo, hey, B, what's up, man? I ain't here for you 3 days. Yeah, well, I went to another dimension. Now, he damn sure ain't leave the planet, but his head was somewhere else, is what he's saying. So we talk like that. You didn't really take that so dramatically. So when he's saying this, I'm not taking it dramatically. I'm thinking he's trying to explain his stroke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bobby Hemmett's gone. He ain't here no more. The lecturer, he elevated. He went back. What do you mean? And we've talked plenty of times about the body being an avatar. C. Freeman L.K. I'm not making this 2 and 2 together. So we're talking at this point 5 times, let's say on the phone.
He wasn't supposed to get it at that time. Because sometimes you had some like delayed, I guess you can put that in the category of delayed gratification, or you can probably call it delayed realization. So he wasn't supposed to get it at that time. Because then you know how people act out of emotions. He probably would have tried to be against it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is somebody that he has deemed his mentor. So he whether he wants to admit it or not, he has some type of emotional attachment to him. Or, we don't know how often we know they talk a lot because he had to be his mentor. But, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm seeing a lot about emotional attachment, but becoming more detached to certain things. And I think what that means is more so the things that we fear or that we need to work on to detach from like poverty mindset, detach from feeling less than, detach from fear of being seen, or like shit like that, or whatever it is that you need to work on, your attitude, or you thinking that you're right all the time, or you being more calmer. It's whatever the fuck you trying to work on with your shadow work, to improve your energy and to break blockages in your mind, because everything is in your mind. So or fear of death or some shit like that. I feel like that's what he kind of getting at, or at least that's the download I got. Yeah.
And that's all he kept really talking about was something else. He kept saying, man, I love you, man. Yeah, I love you. And anybody on the phone, I love you. I would call, he'd be on the other line, the other phone, so I could hear him talking to Azariah, to Aleem, all the people through the years
that are concerned, know, and were touched were calling them, of course. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay. So he was telling me stuff, but then, eventually went over there. And what was weird was he said he wanted to speak. I said, well, we can do it right now. I got my computer. Let's go get it. I can record you. Okay. We recorded the half an hour. It's on this channel right over there, Occult Lectures. And
I think I remember though.
He said a bunch of I loves you on the tape. But after the tape was over, he looked at Linda and said, wow, I'm surprised I could do that. He's like, I didn't know I still could talk. And I'm like, yeah, even if you left, like me, I can still lecture for hours. It's not like that left. But the emotional idea behind Brother Panic has elevated. Or the shadows that I had to be Brother Panic ain't there. I have no more argument for niggas. It's not like about being pushed around, taking advantage of. Now you can say, fuck you, motherfucker. And I go, peace be on you. So fuck you, motherfucker. Before it's like, well, fuck you too. Now it's like, fuck you, motherfucker. I hear you, dude. You know what I'm saying? Fuck me.
Yeah, it's like, it's something like honestly, it sounded more of an ego death as well. Because like our ego is attached to, oh, we don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want nobody to see that we got our last $100 in the bank, or that we fucked up in the little department and we let somebody manipulate us. It's like an ego thing. So it's giving ego death. So you have to get rid of the ego, or not get rid of the ego because you can't, but get past the ego. Go to your dark side. Cause ego is light. Ego is light. It shine. You feel me? It attract. But then you have the dark side, which is the shadow self. Is could be fueling the ego, or even sometimes suppressing the ego. Okay. So with you, that has the light, that has the knowledge to stop what you're doing. You know you have something that you have to work. You have to work with, or you have to confront. So you take the flashlight and you go shine it on your ego. Oh, excuse me. You shine it on your shadow self. Okay, this is what I need to work on. This is what I need to disintegrate. This is what I need to transform. Alchemy. It's alchemy. Okay, that's what shadow work is. It's alchemy. It's you going back, writing down basically the bad things about you, or the lower vibrational, or the pessimistic, what you think of yourself, basically. What you think of yourself. Why you holding grudges with people, why it gets deep. You feel me? It gets deep, and that's just something you have to do personally. And that's gonna be my first lecture on my I don't know, I might put it on YouTube. I'm gonna look and see. I might put half of it on there, and then the rest I'll put it on my Patreon.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And it's not like I want to be their friends or want to give them a hug and show them I'm better. I don't give a fuck about them too. It's not about people. It's not about cultivating personal relationships, but it's also not about getting entangled with these motherfuckers. Even if I'm right or could say fuck you back better than them. Even if I can knock their jaw on the backside of their head. Why? What am I proving? To who? That shit you prove to your hidden self. You need to give it confirmation that it's a protector. So that's why you out in the street with tough guy shit. Right. You may be more confident that you could beat one up and you think you're doing the right thing. You may be less confident when you fight me. But either way, you're trying to create protection, and you have to express it some sort of way. Meaning you got to show your heart, courage. What's the dusky dusk of the musky musk? Courage. I'm going to go through this wizard faster. I'm going to put up the other ones where you can hear the 7 and 8 hour breakdown. I'm going to give you everything when you go through this. So, Bobby kept saying, Panic, it's all about love. It's all about love. Okay, nigga, I got you. You know, that sounds generic, and it sounds okay. Yeah, you know, I get it.
And sometimes we get so far into spirituality, or so far in our studies and stuff like that, we forget like the whole foundation is love. That's a vibrational frequency. So you got to learn how to love yourself. That's the foundation. Loving yourself, because you are a part of the universal whole. You are a part of God, source energy, however you want to describe it. That's where it all starts. That's why we have to do the shadow work. That's why we have to go through certain experiences to be triggered. Like, oh shit, I need to work on that. That was insecurity right there. I know that. I know that when I see that. It's stuff that we haven't healed, that we took in the shadows. So it's like you unpacking shit that you haven't dealt with, basically, or you haven't realized until you got triggered, or until you see you have a blockage in your money, you see you have a blockage in motivation, you see you have a blockage in connecting with people, or whatever, or a blockage with even trying to progress in your spiritual nature, or your consciousness, or your energetic level, or try to boost your kundalini or some shit like that. You have to realize this. That's why it's good to be self-aware.
It's all about love, baby. You're numb to that. How many times you heard a song? All we need is love. Do 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 do. All we need is love. Do 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 do. You heard so much shit like that. Love, love, love. Genius of love. In everything. The entire R&B is about love.
Right. I love R&B.
So when he says it's all about love, yeah, ain't nothing.
That's how I get my energy back up. That's how I heal. I heal through music, R&B here, music, because it's love. It's heart chakra. Like if your heart chakra is closed, or it's closing, or it's not spinning like it's supposed to, or some type of blockage is there, you got to find something that's connects with it, so it can kind of like shed light on it and break it and get it back going. Because remember, your chakra's going up. You're going up. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't fully be in your power if your heart is not open, or your heart chakra is not activated.
Deep about that. Everyone says that. But I didn't get, he was telling me the why. Until I elevated and recognized what he was talking about when he said, Bobby Hemmett, the lecturer, has left. I get what he means, because Panic has left. The good news is I still can lecture. Whew. At least I think so. Y'all might be going, what the fuck happened to him? I don't know. But the point I'm getting at is I know what he means. I started to know what he meant when he kept saying Bobby Hemmett, the lecturer, has left. So maybe 2 or 3 times after that, maybe a couple of more meetings, it's about love, it's about love, it's about love. Then I was on the phone and we were talking about gossip. He was 100% with me. Yeah, they started debating nigga when you was sleeping, and nigga. He's like, what? Stupid ass this. That nigga did what? Yeah, Ray Charles died. Ray Charles is dead, nigga? Yeah, while you was sleeping. And or whatever, whoever it was who died. And anyway, that's probably, then I said to him, yeah, well, I was studying, I don't know, let's make something up. I was studying Kali and the Kali Yuga. And those heads, what does those heads really mean? I don't know. What? If he didn't know, we had thousands of hours of phone conversation.
Sorry, y'all, those are my babies.
You're like, I don't know, but I was reading this book and then I felt in just that one sentence, it was over. But I'm thinking logical. This is stroke shit. No matter how much he showed me and he did, that he was absolutely competent. We went out to dinner one time. He said, yo, name a year. 1973. All right. And then he just told me all the events in 1980. Nixon got a dog named Noodles. That was in women's suffrage came back up. They re-voted on this and that. I'm like, what in the fuck? Because he always had a photographic memory. He always had a memory that was fucking incredible, and you only seen 1 or 3% of that shit in lectures. Knowing him, you knew you was seeing a phenomenon, talking to a phenomenon. I'm telling you, big deal. So when he said, I don't know, he was stating to me that this ain't happening no more. In hindsight, those conversations, he really was saying goodbye to me. Bobby Hemmett was gone. Bobby Hemmett, the lecturer, was gone. His body's here, just like mine is. So, because your niggas is too stupid when I was saying it before. Is he gone? Is he dead? His message is what's forever. Listen to it. That's what he wants. I know that much. He never wanted people to follow him. He wanted that message to ring true. You want to do honors to Bobby? Also this. You want to send so you know clearly I haven't spoke to him. I don't know what's going on since then. I can't help you. I don't know what he's doing about donations, but I know no one turns down free money. So because he didn't give me the okay to say, here's his address, send it this way, go look at his tapes. On his tapes, he gives out his address plenty of times. Get his address from one of his tapes, which if you're compelled to donate, then you should be just as enthusiastic to listen to his message. And when you hear his address, which he still lives at, last I heard, mail it there. And I'm sure they'll forward it or it'll come back if there's an issue. Mail it to him. I have nothing to do with it no more. He said goodbye to this, to me. He's elevated. He did his work. For 2 years, he was talking about I'm done before he was sick. He got sick to get an answer. That wasn't no, he ate too much goddamn, fucking fried green tomatoes. That shit was about him taking himself to that level to come back with a message. And he did. I didn't get it till now because I had to elevate and see the shadow to see what he was talking about. And I think he was leaving that message for this time.
And remember, shadow, something in it is hidden. Okay? That's moon energy, that's Scorpio energy, it's mystery. That's that eighth house occult and dark truths. So, when people say they have like a near-death experience and they come back, oh yeah, I went, it was a meadow, I seen God, I seen people sitting up there chilling, and it was just a good whole vibe. I think what I'm gonna do is we'll do a near-death experience and we can decode that and see how that go, because I think that would be cool. I think I tried to do that one time. I might have some videos like that, but we'll see because that sounds interesting.
And why are we here? I'm going with what he said. It is truly about love. There's no evil demiurge. I think I'm gonna have to say that. There's no evil demiurge.
I believe it.
The demiurge can be your own self.
Yes. I was going to say, I don't believe that either. Like, I believe everybody down here to learn. I believe everybody is at a certain level and they are trying to ascend till they get to the level of love completely. You know how you see people and they always chipper, they always happy, and I'm talking about all the time, not just when they're around people, but at home with anybody. That's just good ass energy. And you may get annoyed at what they smiling for. I gotta pay my bills. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. You feel what I'm saying? You are carrying a grudge within yourself. You're carrying shadow qualities. You are worried about that, and you're not open to accepting that. I done been in that predicament plenty of times. You feel me? But also, you have to go off energy too, because people can put on a smiling face, but be the biggest, psychic vampire or energetic vampire, siphoning off your energy. Especially if you, chill with them all the time or whatever the case may be. But that's something else though.
Enemy that you create within. That's what that shit is symbolic of. It is
find yourself.
The true evil is your human urge. But
there we go. And that's why a lot of us can't unlock another frequency when it comes to money, when it comes to love, when it comes to manifesting, because we still thinking of shit in human terms. So our mind, our consciousness hasn't elevated enough to be abundant like we want to be prosperous like, or healed like we want to. Okay, we still don't get it yet. Okay, because we still thinking in human terms. Now, if we thinking in conscious terms, it's different. Okay, because it's like, it's a knowing that you're capable of attracting this money, or doing this as a career, or gaining this knowledge, or whatever, or gaining this outcome, or manifesting whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a knowing. He always said it's a knowing. You have to know it, believe it, embody it for it to be so. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when you battling, shadow boxing or whatever, your shadow self, you are trying to lessen that shadow. You know what I'm saying? Take the power away from that shadow that it has over you gripped. It's gripping you. It got you in the bell hood. Chris Master used to be a master lock. They got you in the motherfucking master lock.
But that's what you came here. That's the mystery. That's what you came here to deal with. Your humanity is the true evil. So each time one of these dumb motherfuckers sit around, act like they leading you to get you interested in a fucking economy, what the fuck Trump is doing next.
Right. Listen, I gotta start like doing what I say I'm gonna do when I put like little Facebook shit. Cause I was like, I don't give a fuck about no politics. Like, y'all worry about that circus. You can clearly see that this is some bullshit. Like, everything is either rehearsed or planned or something like that, or just, it doesn't matter because it's not helping nobody, and it never will. It's in nobody's favor. You saying it's in the rich folks' favor, but they still struggling too, to be in my opinion. But they got money though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but we don't know what they probably on coke. How
much they hate Obama. You can look at that, but that's all human shit. And none of the Camites are talking about none of that shit.
The thing about it is, we have to get out of the consciousness of human and shift that into the consciousness of the whole. And sometimes you draw back and you get back into that human form, but that don't mean you stop. You got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Correct yourself and keep on going on your path.
They don't give a fuck about it. They were telling you the true enemy was self. Gnosticism is showing you the enemy within and giving a detailed description of that enemy urge. Your urge to hold on to your humanity, to create the shadows, to protect yourself. The fucking ego. Dorothy is about freeing these things and telling you what your true work is on this planet. That Dorothy story is straight out the pyramid text. And it is the true key. We're going to see. So Bobby Hemmitt's message when he went on the brink of death, that stroke, when he came out of it. See, because the more he became aware, the less he started saying it. It's almost like he was waking up and forgetting. But he would not stop. It was like he found it. And because it was a stroke and the shock of him coming back, I didn't see it. But he was talking like he found the answer. Panic is about love. It's all about love. That's what he kept saying. But you ever see that? And the guy had a mind. Yes, panic is about love. It's love. I love you, Panic. Tell everyone you love them. Tell everyone you love them. Okay, I'm gonna start telling Khadijah I love you. And I didn't get. He was trying to tell me. He found out a big mystery, and he was telling me because he knew one day, like right now, it would be time to tell you. There is no evil but that which you create in your own head.
Woo!
And that's what you're doing in consciousness. You're getting.
Remember what we think. Hold on. You got my son. Well, yeah. What we think we create. What we think we create. The scenarios we create. If you are committed to fighting your shadow, you have to create that entity or power up that entity or that thought process to
Getting
overcome
past
it.
all the demiurge, you're getting past all the chemtrails, you're getting past the white man is from the cave and doing this shit. You're leaving it behind.
Right.
That's what you're doing. You're
Ooh-wee.
walking that yellow brick road and you're getting the fuck out.
Alright. Listen.
Camera start.
I like that one. That one was powerful. Whoa. That what? Cause that's basically what consciousness is. Like if you want to be a part of the whole, or if you want to be having a bird's eye view, you can be in this world, but you can't be of it. That's basically what he just said. That's basically what he just said. You could be in this world, but not of it. You feel what I'm saying? All this other shit don't even matter. What matters is your expression, or you healing yourself. You finally finding peace and love in your expression of life and your craft. After that, shit flourishes. You feel me? And you never know what else could manifest from that. But it's like you really have to be tapped in with yourself and understand that we all have shadow work to do all the time. You feel me? Not even till you complete, well, near death maybe, but you know, even with some people with that, they don't make it all the way. But it's the fact that you are putting in the work to become lighter energetically, become more connected with the consciousness, the whole God consciousness, or whatever, however you wanna describe it. But yeah, I am doing a lecture on shadow work, so I got to get to work. I might put it on YouTube first. I don't know. I'm gonna see how I do it, and I'll let y'all know in the community tab. But thank you for tuning in. I love y'all. Bye.